Alright guys, so this is the drawer that tends to become the biggest disaster the quickest. So we have got some work to do in here. So I have got sprays, I've got primers, I have got foundations, I have got powders, I've got everything in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this stuff out, clean these out, and then we're going to just add stuff in one by one. So hold. I think that was it. Okay, so I do have my Max Fix Plus. This is the Prep and Prime Fix Plus in lavender. This is almost done. I'm trying to use that up. That is gonna stay. I have an brand new all-nighter setting spray. That is gonna stay because I love that spray. I have a Make It Dewy setting spray that is empty, so that is going in my empties bin. I have got a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, which I love, so that is going to stay. I have got this Wet n Wild Cucumber Primer Water, which I actually really like. I like the Wet n Wild primer. I like the smell of this. That is going to stay. I actually just finished up the Rose one, so I'm finishing up products, guys. I'm using up products. That is not a spray. Okay. I have my little travel all-nighter setting spray, which is empty, so that is going in the empties drawer. I know I have another setting spray in here. Where are you at? Where are you at, fool? You have my e.l.f. Illuminating Primer Mist that I'm trying out, so I'm going to keep that as well. I think that's all my sprays. I think that's it. Okay. Let's move on to primers. So I do have this e.l.f. Hydrating Primer, which I like, so I am going to keep that. I do have my Urban Decay Optical Complexion Primer, Optical Illusion Complexion Primer, which I really do like. Love this. I'm keeping that. I also have a little sample size of it that I travel with, which I'm going to be using up shortly. I have a Tarte Double Duty Beauty Primer that I am using up. I have a Poreless... Yeah, this is empty. I have a Tarte Poreless Primer, which is kind of like the, oh my God, was the big one from Benefit back in the day? The Pore Filler one. This one I used up. I did like it, but not like enough to repurchase it. But this one was from Tarte. It was good, but I feel like this one, the Optical Illusion Primer, because I feel like with these, I also have to use a moisturizing primer, so it just pore fills, it doesn't moisturize, so I have to kind of combine primers. I feel like the Optical Illusion Primer does both because it's got argan oil in it, so it hydrates and does the pore filling, so I won't be buying probably any more like this. I do have the e.l.f. Hydrating Booster Drops, which sometimes I like to call my forehead the Great White North, because it is lonely, it is expansive, it is bleak, and sometimes it gets flaky and dry, and I need something like this to keep it under control before I put foundation on it. So I'm going to keep that. I am also going to keep my Maracuja Oil from Tarte. I love this stuff. I have a big bottle that I use in my, skincare in my bathroom, but I do keep that one in here because I travel with it. What other primers do we have here? I do have the Wet n Wild Water Drop Primer in Rose and Cucumber. I like these on light days. So these are not like heavy duty primers, but on days when I just need something light to kind of help smooth out my skin, to give my foundation a nice base, I do like using those. So I will hold on to those. This is my Wet n Wild Face Primer, Photo Focus Face Primer. I do like this, but I tend to reach for this over this, so I am going to get rid of this. This is my Master Prime by Face Studio Blur and Illuminate. I do like this, but this is really old at this point, and I just don't reach for it, so this is gonna go. All right, this is the e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick, which I want to say I tried this once and I was not a fan, but I need to try it again. I want to try it again and see how I'm feeling about it before I give it the heave ho. So I'll probably try that pretty quickly. to see if that's something I'm going to want to keep or if I'm going to want to, you know, toss that. My two favorite primers recently have been the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas, and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This stuff is just my go-to. I've been trying to get away from this because just this is the only one I go to. So I really like this one. I like the Tatcha one as well, and I have used this quite a bit, but I feel like if you can get the e.l.f. one for $10 as opposed to paying, what, $50, $60 for this one, I will use this one up, but I'll probably just buy the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So those are staying. So we got rid of, what, 2 primers? Oh wait, no, we've got 1 more primer. I'm lying. No, 2 more primers. I'm such a liar. Okay, I do have the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, which I do like. Again, I kind of like it like for, you know, kind of along with these cucumber on light days. I feel like it just gives me a nice kind of base for my makeup. And then if I'm feeling really, really dry, I love the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I just love it. And I feel like it kind of tightens my skin. I feel like it has that kind of skin tightening sensation. So we didn't do a lot of damage in here. Oh, well, what did we do? We got rid of some stuff. And I'm finding more stuff. This is a Becca Backlight Priming Filter Primer. I just used this up, so that is going in the empty drawer. So we're getting rid of that as well. Let's get into foundations. Okay, so I do have these Photo Focus foundation sticks in Porcelain and Classic Ivory. I do like these, but I am just not a stick foundation girl. I have dry skin for the most part. I got wrinkles. It's just not a cute combination. So these are gonna go in the trash. Besides, guys, I much prefer the Photo Focus from Wet n Wild, the foundation. I have it in Nude Ivory and Rose Ivory. I like to mix these two. These are really a nice formula, and I will always 100% use those over those foundation sticks. So those are staying. I do have the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in, what shade are you in? Snow, which I've got to test this one out some more. I want to do a full face of e.l.f. makeup, but I am going to go ahead and keep that for now. Okay, some foundations that I have pretty much used up that are going to go in the empty drawer. Like there's a little bit more left in this one, but the other ones are empty. This is just older. This is the Super Stay Better Skin in Porcelain. I loved this stuff. This needs to be like a products I used to love, like old favorites. I need to repurchase and see if I still love them. The CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I love this foundation. It oxidizes on me, and I wish it came in more shades, but I've used that up completely. So these are going to go in the empties. I finally used up my Nars. This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in Mont Blanc. This is one that I went hard for a while, so I feel like I need to repurchase this one. This one is empty. I mean, I could reach in there and scoop it out, but for all intents and purposes, it is empty. I really like this foundation. It's one of those foundations that needed a little bit more help. Like I really had to prep my skin appropriately to use it, which is why I think a lot of people didn't like it, but I do like this, so I would like to try this again. See if I am still in love with it. Let's see. I do have my Naked Skin Ultra Weightless Liquid Foundation. I have almost used this up. I already have a backup of it because I love it that much. So that is staying. All right, I do have this Youthful Glow Foundation Serum Drops from Ulta. I did like this to mix it in with foundations to kind of lighten them up. It's got like the dropper on it, and I've used quite a bit of this. This is a maybe. I'm gonna hold on to that and just see how I'm feeling. Okay, this makes me really sad, but the Juvia's Place foundation is just too heavy for me. The I Am Magic foundation. I tried them in 2 different shades. I tried it in... This one's in Maracuja, and this one is in Bali, but they're just too heavy on me. They're too heavy, and they're not very forgiving on my skin, and they're so full coverage that I love the concealer, but I can't get along with these, unfortunately, so these are gonna go. that makes me sad because I wish they would come out with a lighter, kind of a lighter coverage foundation because I love Juvia's Place, but those were just too much for me. Another foundation that I have finally used up that I love, that I don't even know if this is available anymore, but this is the Dream Liquid Mousse from Maybelline. I love their Dream line, but this and this together were fantastic, but they're old. I gotta go, going in an empties video. I'm just glad I finally finished them up because, yeah, about time, Heather. All right, I do have the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer and the Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation in Snow. Both of these are in Snow. I like both of these, so these are both going to stay. I do have the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in Porcelain. I also like this, so that will stay. Love this next foundation. Love, 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 love. This is the Tarte Found Clear. Woo! Let's not fall. Okay, I was knocking you over. Sorry, camera down. This is the Tarte Found Clear foundation. Not a lot of people talk about this. I love this. It is, if you have dry skin, this is so pretty, and this in combination with the creaseless concealer is like my favorite combination, especially during the summertime. This is all I wore. Love it. So good. So stinking good. So both of those, and I have them in Porcelain Beige and Fair Light Beige, so those are staying. Did just get this and then I promptly broke it, which is awesome. This is the Lorac Perfection Foundation SPF 20 oil-free, paraben-free in Fair. And since I broke it, it's just going to go in there like that because I'm not messing with that. Okay, I've got a couple of foundations that I'm testing out from the drugstore. The first one is the Revlon Candid, Photo Ready Candid Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. This is in 110 Porcelain. And then I also have the Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Makeup in SPF 50. This is in Natural Ivory. So I am kind of testing these out. I'm going to hold on to those just because I don't... Well, I do. I have drugstore foundations. Like, these are drugstore foundations. I just have found that as I get older, I am pickier and pickier about what I put on my face. And it's just worth the money. I mean, for me to invest the money to buy things that I really like. So, I found another primer, guys. This is the Master Prime, the Primer Base in Blur and Smooth from Maybelline. Again, I don't reach for this, so this is going to go. This is the Clean Matte Foundation from CoverGirl. This is the BB Cream for oily skin. Why I have it for oily skin, I don't know. I did like this for light coverage days. I had it in Fair, but again, this is going to go. It's old. I love this. This is the Pro Glow Infallible from L'Oreal. This is because the Pro Matte again was just too heavy for me. So it was light. It says light, medium, radiant coverage, and I really do feel like I got that out of this. But this is, I don't even think I have, do I have more in here? I have a little bit more in here. But this is going to go ahead and go just because it is old and it's just time, and I don't reach for it anymore because I reach for this instead. All right, the last thing, right? Last foundation thing. Guys, I might have gotten some stuff done. The last thing I have that I love on just really light days is this Lingerie Souffle Skin Perfecting Color Tint from Stila, and I have it in the shade 1. It is so light and pretty, and it kind of, it morphs to match your skin, which I just think is fantastic. And it's really super beautiful, lightweight, super light days. I will use that. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I am going to keep this. And I want all my foundations to fit in here, so I think we're going to say goodbye to this. All right, powders. I'm probably not going to get rid of a bunch of powders. Oh, and I do have this that I keep in my foundation drawer just if I'm feeling extra dry and my moisturizer has failed me that morning. This is the Hot Springs Hydrating Gel from Urban Decay. And this is just kind of a gel that I use before I put my primer on. It's almost empty, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep that in here. All right, I've got a lot of oh, I found another primer. God dang it. So this is the Becca First Light priming filter. I do like this as well. It's a little sample size that I'm going to try and get rid of in the next couple weeks. So, oh, I'm old and my foot fell asleep. All right, guys, so last section in here is powders, which again, I have culled these down quite a bit. And I am just keeping these, probably most of these. I'm probably keeping all of these. So I do have my Milani Light Medium Multitasker Face Powder. This sounds stupid, but since I'm into wigs now, I like to use this to kind of powder my wigs and blend in my lace. So I am keeping that. I have got my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in Soft Ivory. Hit major pan on this. Love it. Used it today. It's still good. Love, love, love. I have my Wet n Wild Pressed Powder in Warm Light. Guys, I love this. I've said this before. It reminds me of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. It gives me that same kind of finish on the skin. Mine is broken, of course. It kind of gives you a beautiful, light, luminous kind of just coverage all day. I really love this powder, so that is staying. I have got my e.l.f. finishing powder in Fair Light. I also really like this. So just a nice light finishing powder. So it will stay. I keep this, I use this to set my eyes underneath my eyes sometimes, but really I'm just keeping it for the packaging because I love it. This is one of the first MAC products I ever bought. This is the Beauty Powder in Natural. It is really pretty. It's got a nice pink tint to it. So just a nice brightening powder that sometimes I use it to set my eyes underneath my eyes. All right. Next, I have got my Fit Me Set and Smooth Pressed Powder in 110 Porcelain. This is another powder that I love. This one is getting some funky hard pan on it, and I haven't reached for this in forever. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, and if I want to repurchase it, I will, but I can't remember the last time I've reached for that, so that's going to go. Do love my Superstay Better Skin Transforming Powder. This is more of a heavy duty powder when I'm really looking for like full coverage. This is in 10 Porcelain. Really, really nice, smooth, luxurious feeling powder. So I'm keeping that. I do have my Fit Me loose finishing powder in Fair 05 Fair. This I love, and I reach for this quite a bit. So that is staying. I just keep it down here instead of up there because I don't know, I just do. I tend to use it all over the face. All right, I have my Nars Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder, which well, that was just heartbreaking. Which I hate this powder, can you tell? I need to repurchase this. I love it. This is my absolute favorite setting powder for underneath the eyes because it is so forgiving and does not creep up your skin. I absolutely love it. So that needs to be repurchased. That was just par for the course on my channel. And then an oldie but a goodie that I have rediscovered that I love. I have gone through like 4 of these and I recently repurchased it. I want to say like back before everything went crazy in the end of 2019. But I love this powder. This is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder. It's so good. It's light. It just gives you a nice balanced look to the skin, and I absolutely love it. All right, guys, so that drawer looks hella better. I'm going to put you over here because you're just kind of doing your own little weird thing. Let's see. I'm going to put some of these sprays that I want to focus on. I'm gonna put you over here. I'm gonna put you over here. This drawer looks so much better. So happy about that. So we got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got rid of 5 primers. So happy with that. These 2 are going in the empties drawer because I actually emptied them out. Got rid of 2 empty setting sprays, so happy about that, going in the empties drawer. We got rid of 4 foundations that I've actually used up, so excited about that. That one, well, actually this one I haven't used up, I lied. 3 foundations that I have used up. And then we got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 foundations that I just don't need in my collection anymore. So 8 plus 3, 11 foundations. And then a powder. So I'm really, really happy with the way this drawer's turning out. I kind of knew this was going to be the drawer where I would do the most amount of damage. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this is looking. Foundations are something that I'm always looking to try new things. So this drawer tends to build up quicker than anything else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day and a rocking week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.